Penny of money, RudyDangTol, the yodel, +5. But I heard this song from Paul Garfunkel, the great American folk artist, and it was sitting in a railway station, got a ticket to my destination, on a tour of one night stands, my suitcase and guitar in hand, and every stop is neatly planned for a poet and a one-man band, homeward bound. I wish I was homeward bound, home where my thoughts escaping, home where my music's playing, home where my love lies waiting silently for me. That last line really puzzled me. Now, I had developed some kind of critical faculties, and when I listened to sitting in a railway station, got a ticket to my destination, said, Paul, what are you thinking? Where else would you have a ticket to? You know, you just look, reaching for the rhyme, you're reaching for the trochee alabaster. But, you know, it doesn't work. And then, I wish I was homeward bound, just dumb, because it's, I wish I were homeward bound. Wish I were, because it's subjunctive. But, you know, all that stuff is trivial. It had a bit of that old RudyDangTol the yodel effect. It came a little bit from the Commander with poet and a one-man band. So I longed to be a poet. And I'd have to get a one-man band. Unfortunately, I didn't have any musical talent, so I'd have to persuade somebody to come along. But a lot of things in that song, you know, puzzled me. But mostly, what took my attention away from thinking about that song was this song that stood against it, that has RudyDangTol the yodel 100 times over. And this is, of course, the Bob Dylan song, Love Minus Zero, No Limit. What a great title, all right? My love, she speaks like silence, without ideals of violence. She doesn't have to say she's faithful, yet she's true like ice, like fire. People carry roses, make promises by the hours. My love, she lasts like the flowers, Valentines can't buy her. Speaks like silence, without ideals of violence. Just think about that in the context of the 60s, outside of everything, breaking through all that stuff. But then, in the dime stores and bus stations, people talk of situations, read books, repeat quotations, draw conclusions on the wall. Some speak of the future. My love, she speaks softly. She knows there's no success like failure, and that failure is no success at all. Who can forget that? And then the cloak and dagger dangles. Madams light the candles. In ceremonies of the horsemen, even the pawn must hold a grudge. Statues made of matchsticks crumble into one another. My love winks, she does not bother. She knows too much to argue or to judge. And then from absolutely transcendent nowhere commander land, the bridge at midnight trembles. The country doctor rambles. Bankers' nieces seek perfection, expecting all the gifts that wise men bring. The wind howls like a hammer, and the night blows cold and rainy. My love, she's like some raven at my window with a broken wing. RudyDangTol the yodel, 10 to the plus 27. And where does it come from? When Dylan was asked, did I already say this? He said it comes from the Commander. It comes from the muse. It comes from wherever. But at least you have to be open to it. And at least you have to recognize it when it happens. And to be generous enough and not engage in all the tergiversation, the back and forth, all the talk. And instead, just think of Bob Dylan bellowing up the Old Mermaid Bar and them all singing a Bob Dylan song. We be soldiers three, Ben Jonson might offer. And Shakespeare may say something about the cloud-capped towers. Yeah, but all that beauty is out there. It's up for you to find it and to capture it. All right, I'll be back next week. Remember, 16 quarter-hour credits at Miskatonic University. And before I go, I have a ballot for you. I've been an unpleasant reviewer for many a year, and I spent all me money on whiskey and beer, and spent all me time on the internet tubes with Nazis and nightingales, bonzes and boobs. But it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more. Why be an unpleasant reviewer? I say never, no more. And when they see that I've changed, oh, it's all I can say. But I spend all me time at the Junesterie and drink their fine ale and their sweet honeyed wine. And don't say too much, 'tis sometimes damn fine, and it's no, nay, never. No, nay, never, no more. So I be an unpleasant reviewer. I say never no more. Let me fix you this once with my Betty Davis eyes. My googly eyes. I see you guys. I see everyone. Next time on the Jeunesse Dorée Poesy Hour. There's more moose out there. Bum 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 bum. Ah, jeez. Well, Bob, how did I do? And oh yeah, I did wonder about that last line of the Paul Garfunkel song. My love lies waiting silently for me. And I thought I could never be a poet. I mean, what is this? My love lies waiting silently. All I wanted was a girl to talk to me. And I thought, oh, she's a mime. She's a mime. I thought, oh, I'll never be a poet because I don't have a mime of my own. And later, not too much later, I realized there are plenty of poets with no mimes of their own. And plenty of poets that are out of their mimes. Good night. Bum 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 bum.